Okay, so finished up with our hot rollers here, these hair curlers, right? Got a few of those going, playing around with those a bit. And my next thing is I want a circle, but I don't want just a circle, I want a sphere. So what we got to do is we got to make it. And there's a number of ways you can do it. You can do it by hand, and that's probably a fine way of doing it, but I think this is actually an easier way. And once you get good at it, I think you can control the lighting a little easier and get a much sort of fuller effect. So what I've got here is I've got a starting circle. I want a sphere, so I need to be able to start with a circle. And then this rectangle, I've just put this on top, and I'm sure there's a more graceful way of doing it, but I've put it on top so it lines up with the middle of the circle lines up with that vertical edge of this rectangle. You'll notice that lines up very nicely there. I've got my grids sort of snapping it, or it's snapping to the guides around there. So anyway, that's where we're at. Now I'm going to select both of those, and I'm going to go into my Pathfinder menu. You can find that up under Window, Pathfinder, but I've got it open already. Third option is Intersect. Now Intersect takes the two shapes, and any part that intersects it keeps, everything else it gets rid of. So that looks fine, right? Seems good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that sphere, and I'm going to go into my 3D menu again, and I'm going to revolve it. And there's sort of two options. First one is going to be, well, first of all, select Preview. And then from here, look at what's going on. You've got the left edge, so the left side of that half circle, it's rotating around, which makes sense, right? You can see very clearly that circle, half circle's in the middle there, but it is rotating, or revolving rather, around that left edge, not the right edge. So luckily we've got the option of making it the right edge. So now the right side of that half circle is our pivot, and then it rotates around that. So that's where we're looking. You can control the lighting if you want. There's actually a lot of options in there. All sorts of effects, custom, all those things. You can control the color of the light. But I'm just going to use the default for convenience right now. But yeah, play with that. If you're interested, there's a lot that you can work with in there. So I'm going to go maybe right there. And then I like the preview, so I'm going to say OK. Okay, so what do we do with this? Well, I'm going to, let's say, copy and paste it. So we have a couple of them. First one, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to expand appearance just like I did before. And it does get kind of rough. Like, I don't like how rough these get, but it'll work for what we want. Now, here's another thing that's going on. You actually need to go into your clipping mask and you need to release it. And you'll see what happened there. Like, there's thousands, I don't know, maybe hundreds of shapes. I really don't know. But there's lots and lots of shapes. I could look it up. And you'll see that even underneath there's a whole bunch of shapes. So, yeah, you've got... Oops. Sorry, wrong one. Yeah, you've got a lot going on there. You can ungroup it if you want. I would probably just keep it grouped at this point, or it'll start getting kind of messy. But if I wanted to put that red line around it again, like I did on the last one, I can expand, and then I can take all of those shapes, and I click on the first one, Unite, and I'm going to end up with a single shape that's the exact same. I mean, honestly, it's just a circle, right? We could have taken our original half circle and just left it alone, but here we are with our circle again. Oh. Oops, let's go just for consistency so we can see that. You'll see it's kind of ugly, so I'd probably want to come in, delete some of these. May not want to, I don't know, to see. But anyway, that should work pretty well underneath here. Now, it's, like I said, it's a little uglier than I want it, so I would be fine-tuning things, but I can come in and take that group, and I can take that thing there, go under a line, again, vertical, horizontal line, and then push this one to the back. And again, like, pretty ugly, but it still works. And I would, again, like I said, clean that up. So anyway, yeah, this is, I mean, that's how you create a circle, or a sphere rather, and that should give you some more options to work with. So anyway, I hope that helps.